Good morning. Good morning. Wednesday the 18th of November, and we received the news yesterday in Scotland that 11 localities are going into Tier 4 lockdown. So, gyms are closing, cafes and restaurants are closing, and the difficulty that a lot of people are facing is gyms are fundamental for so many people for mental health, and the reason we've been doing these vlogs during November is for men's physical and mental health, and looking at bringing awareness to men's mental health. So here we are, midst of winter, and starting to head into the dark nights and stuff like that, and the gyms being closed are going to have a huge impact on people's mental health, the communal aspect of it, the getting together aspect of it, even the competitive aspect of it, and not to mention how necessary exercise is for our mental health. So how do we manage that? Well, what I'm reading and seeing is a lot of anger. There's loads of anger going around about lockdown, and why are people not speaking out, and essential shops only, and a lot of people are, and that's okay for people to have belief systems around about certain kinds of theories, and you might call it conspiracy theory or just theories around about what's going on. But I read something the other day there, and it was like the vibration of the central belt is becoming so low, and it's like, but that person was actually banging on about conspiracy theories, and really in their messages, as I read through them, there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of attempting to create division, almost starting, morning Martin, I hope you're well, and I hope you're still doing loads of good work in the 12 steps for the Polish community and taking your message to the Polish community, Martin, so good morning. Okay, so what is not helpful for our mental health is to get fixated onto a feeling that's bringing us down, that's starting to cause us pain, that's starting to cause us unnecessary anger. Right now, we need our strength and we need our energy. We've got 3 weeks of this. This is going to take us through to, I think, this 11th of December. I mean, certainly Christmas is going to look different. It's going to look very, very different. And it's just step one, accepting that. The more that we can accept what's going on, and yes, that's really, really difficult. And my heart goes out, morning Alec, hope you're well, keep me up, morning Trisha. So my heart majorly goes out when I heard the news about small retail shops that are having to close their doors, and they've got all this Christmas stock, and I'm guessing that probably 25% of their yearly profits are made in the month of December, and they use that extra money to keep them going through the quieter periods. So I'm by no means not thinking about, is trying to get what I'm thinking in my head out in the soundbite of this clip while I'm bobbing about in the Clyde freezing, right? So keeping your mind as focused on positive things right now as you can is really, really helpful. Looking at the anger and the injustice and our inability to travel, and that our freedoms are getting taken away from us and all of that kind of stuff. Well, maybe that's true. And I'm not debating that that's not true. But if your energy's already low, if you're already feeling, or you could be susceptible to low mood or feelings of depression, then why would you direct your attention towards something that's not bringing you joy? Okay, if you're completely energised and you've got a bunker full of food right, and you've got enough food to take you and your family, and you can go out and you can start a revolution, go for it. But really, Martin, 12 steps 2.5 years ago. Yes, now, excellent. Morning, Stephen. Morning, Martin. Right, so it is a struggle getting up and doing things every morning. Life is a struggle. There is not one bit of me enjoys the thought of coming down here. When I'm in, it's okay. When I go out, it's fantastic. When I was lying in my comfy house this morning when the heating was on, morning Willie, morning Mr. Hunter, when I was lying in the house this morning when my cosy wee heating was on and I was catching up with the news and all the rest of it, and I was texting the other guy Ian that's down with me about coming down this morning, you know, you're kind of dragging your heels, and then you're lying there and we're doing a wee bit of meditation in the morning and getting our breathing right, and I'm thinking, and I'm all snuggle. I've got this Polar Tech fleece that I got for my birthday, and it keeps me really warm, right? And I'm lying there in my wee kind of sleeping bag down jacket and my new Polar Tech fleece, and I'm all cosy, and I could hear the waterfall running behind me, and I'm thinking, I really don't want to go in there. Now, ruined our wedding plans. Yep. So wedding plans are ruined. So many things are being changed, and we have to be very, very flexible right now. Rigid thinking is not going to be helpful for us right now. Being rigid in how we think. I think that personally, for our mental health, I'm drawing it back to focusing on... What's up, Ian? I heard the screams of a fellow swimmer and thought they were in danger. I was going to have to throw my phone dramatically onto the bank and rescue him. Focusing on what's good right now, focusing on family. This wee guy, focusing on Ralph, right? Anytime I feel low and he just comes up and he snuggles in and he gives me cuddles on the couch, right? And I've got that wee heartbeat next to me and just that wee playful face, and he wants to go out and explore. You can't help but smile inside. If I were to start thinking about, you know, a master plan by the government to control us all and, you know, vaccinate me so that then they can control me through 5G, and if I ever step out of line and my phone's next to somebody that's on the wanted list, they'll just evaporate me. Now, that's like watching the Jensens when I was a kid. That doesn't bring me any satisfaction. That doesn't bring me any joy. It might be true. Maybe it is. I'll face that bridge when I come to it. You know, I'll face that when that day comes. But right now, what I'm focusing on to keep me healthy is my diet, what I'm eating, not eating carbohydrates in massive amounts, staying away from sugar. I don't drink alcohol. I limit my caffeine use. These kind of things. Sometimes I can have a cup of coffee and I can feel quite anxious. What's the answer? Stay away from coffee. Do I want to feel anxious? No, I don't want to feel anxious. So you get to choose what you feel. You really do get to choose what you feel. People can attack that and go, no, I don't choose to be depressed. Not going to argue that in Facebook, but you know, it's all a choice, and we can choose where we direct our mindset and our intention. We completely can. Okay, we can. I could start thinking about how cold this is right now, how uncomfortable it is. There you go, didn't take long. Right, that's cold. Right, change my perspection on where my focus goes. Change how I'm thinking. Okay, don't think about the things that cause you discomfort. You know, it was my birthday on Monday. It was my birthday on Monday, and I didn't think I was expecting to receive a card from my daughter. I wasn't expect. I didn't think that I was. But then on Tuesday the 17th, when a card never come through the post a day later, then I realised that there was a part of me was waiting for it, right? And then I noticed my mood starting to change, and I went, why am I going to give that any energy? What benefit does that have for me? Do I want to feel that? No, I don't. Do I want to feel buoyant? Do I want to stay above the water? Do I want to stay on top of this? Yes, we have to be really creative in how we're thinking right now. and allowing our mindset to gravitate towards negativity, anger, conspiracy theories that are causing us anxiety, right, and listening to gurus banging on about the vibration in the central belt being low right now is not helpful, okay? That's really not helpful. Listening to people telling you that the vibration in the central belt is low right now is not helpful, okay? Now, you might not be as privileged as them because the people that are banging on about that kind of stuff are middle class privileged, but could go and buy 50 acres in the middle of a mountain somewhere and go and live in it. You and I aren't in that position, so we have to work with the tools that we've got and work within our own capabilities. And what we all have the capability of doing is directing our mindset to positivity, to friends and family and people that genuinely care about us. If we find ourselves getting caught up in conversations that are limiting us and that are separating us further and that are getting us on a banner of starting a revolution, right? Most of them for their bed. That's an Oasis song. It's not helpful. So I wish you a fantastic Wednesday. All the best for the River Clyde, and have a great day. All the best.